For today's lesson, we will be calculating the area of circles, semicircles, and quadrants. And once again, we are addressing a couple of standards. And these are the two standards that we'll be addressing today, 6EE1 and 7G4. Of all the slides today, this one will probably be the most important, and that's the area of a circle formula. And area of a circle is pi r squared. And so that means pi times the radius squared. So in our first example here, excuse me, the radius of a circular disc is 7 inches. Find its area. Use 22/7 as an approximation for pi. So area equals pi r squared. So we're using 22/7 as an approximation for pi. So we'll take out our pi symbol and put in 22/7. We're going to multiply that by our radius squared. And it says our radius is 7 inches. So we'll take 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. So we can do some simplifying here. 7 becomes 1. 49 becomes 7. And then 22 times 7 is 154 square inches. For our second example here, we're given a diameter is 24 centimeters. We want to find the area. Use 3.14 as an approximation for pi. So we're given a diameter. Since we're given a diameter, we first need to find a radius. And we find that by taking our diameter and dividing it by 2. So we have a radius of 12. And so once again, we're going to use our area formula. Area equals pi r squared. We're using 3.14 as an approximation for pi. We're going to multiply that by our radius, which is 12 squared. So that will be 3.14 times 144, which gives us an area of 452.16 square centimeters. So go ahead and pause here, answer these 3 questions, and when ready, resume playback, and we'll go over them. Excuse me. All right. So hopefully you've had some time to answer those 3 questions, and now let's look at them. So for number 1 here, we want to find the area of a circle that has a radius of 18 centimeters, and we're using 3.14 as an approximation for pi. So again, area equals pi r squared. Pi is 3.14. Our radius is 18. So we take 18 squared, which is 324. And we take 3.14 times 324 to get 1,017.36 square centimeters. Scroll down here a little bit for number 2. For number 2, find the area of a circle that has a radius of 15 inches. So again, area equals pi r squared. Pi is 3.14. We're given a radius of 15. We take 15 squared. So that would be 3.14 times 225 to get an area of 706.5 square inches. And finally, number 3. Excuse me. We have a diameter of 26 centimeters. So first we take 26 divided by 2 to get 13 because we do need a radius. Area equals pi r squared. 3.14 times 13 squared. 3.14 times 169 gives us an area of 530.66 square centimeters. And we will use our area formula when we're given semicircles or quadrants. So again, we're still going to use that same area formula. Area equals pi r squared. We're told that the diameter of a circle is 14 feet. So we're going to take that 14 and divide it by 2, and that'll get us 7. And we're using 22/7 as an approximation for pi. So very similar to the question we did earlier. Okay. And something else you can do at this point, since you have a whole bunch of 7s here, you can cross that out and you can cross that out. And we know that 22 times 7 is 154. But that's the area for the entire circle. We just want the area of our semicircle. So since a semicircle is half, we can divide that by 2 to get an area of 77 square feet. Okay. And something else that you could do on this one as an option, since you know it's a semicircle, you could take 1/2 pi r squared, and then you would have 1/2 of 22/7 of 7 squared, and 2 becomes 1, 22 becomes 11, 7s cancel out, and once again you would get 77 square feet. So just another option for you there. At this time, go ahead and pause the video, answer questions 4 and 5 with quadrants, and when ready, resume playback. Okay, well hopefully you've had some time to answer questions 4 and 5, and let's take some time to solve those. So we want to find the area of a quadrant. So again, area equals pi r squared. We're using 22/7 as an approximation for pi. Excuse me. And we have a radius of 14 squared. So that would be 22/7 times 196. Divide that by 7 to get 1. Divide this by 7 to get 28. 22 times 28 is 616. But we are doing a quadrant, so we need to divide that by 4 to get 154 square feet. And then finally, number 8. The diameter of a circle is 42 inches. Find the area of a quadrant. So we're looking for a quadrant here. But again, we're given a diameter, so we're going to take 42 divided by 2 to get 21. And since it's a quadrant, similar to how we could do it with a semicircle, a quadrant is 1/4. So we could take 1/4 times pi, which in this case we're using 22/7, times 21 squared. And we can do all sorts of things here. We can divide this by 2 to get a 2 and an 11. Okay, so that would give us 1/2 times 11/7 times 441. And then you can divide that by 7 to get 1, divide this by 7 to get 63. And so, excuse me, I was waiting on that cough there. You'd have 693 over 2, which is 346.5 square inches. And that is all for today.